Welcome back, everybody, to Orange Track Outlaws. Today we have this Hot Wheels Blackwall Datsun Z-Whiz. We are going to, I guess you can call it somewhat of a restoration, resto-mod, custom restoration. There's really not a lot of restoring on this car. It's actually in really good shape, but I've got a couple of these, and I was watching, so I don't know, I was watching cruising the internet or something on some rare Hot Wheels, and I seen there was one of these that is pretty rare. That is, it's got some white paint on it, and then the tampos they're like yellow and orange. So I thought, what the heck? I didn't have one of those. I might as well give it a shot and try to make this guy into a rare one. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start off, get this guy pulled apart and get it all stripped off and get some paint on her and see if we can't make it look pretty cool, and hopefully it turns out like one of the rare cars. I've already got it drilled out, so pretty simple. There's really not much to the inside of this car. Being an older one, it has that that clear plastic, that blue plastic molded windshield, and an interior like the all one piece style. It does have the metal frame and body, and here's a look at the tampos we're going to put on this thing. But first things first, into the sandblast box, and here she is, fresh out. Looks like we're going to hit it with the wire wheel here real quick and get this cleaned up. But if you saw there real quick, there was a little bit of mold lines and whatnot in and around the window. So we'll hit the file in there real quick and try to smooth out any mold lines that are in there. I didn't see a whole lot else there, and being so an old car, I really don't want to change much of it. I don't want it to be too perfect, because when they made them, they weren't perfect. So I kind of want it to look as original as possible. So we'll kind of see how it goes. But got her cleaned off here, and the body is actually in pretty good shape. So we're gonna hit it with some soap and water, let it dry off, and then we're gonna get into priming this thing and getting it ready for a coat of white paint. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hit it with some flat black primer, rattle can paint. Been using this stuff frequently lately. It goes on really good, and it dries quickly, and if you need to go on heavy with it for some fill or for some pitting or cracks or whatever, it really works well for that. So after that thing dries, we're going to hit it with the little gloss white enamel, since pretty much the body style we're looking for is going to be basically gloss white. So we're going to hit it there. It's going to take probably 2-3 coats to bring out the nice bright white, since it is going over black primer, but that's okay. We got plenty. So we're gonna hit it with coat 2 here, and it's really looking good right after that one. So one more quick blast of the rattle can gloss white, just to even everything out and make sure there's none of that black showing through. Basically just make sure it's all looking good, and we're gonna let it dry. It's looking glossy. So after that, we're going to go ahead and put our tampos on here. So we're basically just take our little tub of warm water and our Q-tip, and we're going to use our X-Acto knife and cut them decals out, as best as possible. And then we're going to go ahead and start putting these bad boys on the car. So this here, bit of a tedious process. But it is pretty easy. Basically, if you guys haven't used these tampo stickers, you just throw them in a little warm water for 10-15 seconds or so, 20 seconds, and go ahead and pull it out, and then the backing should slip right off. And you can kind of, if you keep using a little bit of water, and usually with the Q-tip helps if it's wet, you can kind of move this sticker around a little bit, and until you get it into the spot you need it to be. And then I try to use the other side of it, the dry end, and try to kind of smooth it out and squeegee any water around it there might be, and just get it as flat and smooth as possible and get it looking good. That's basically the idea. So you got the top one on. I did that one first just so I could kind of line everything up. I know the hood stripe is going to have to line up with the roof stripe, so that's kind of why I went with that one first. But the rear one here just needed trimmed a little bit to get it to fit on that trunk lid. But that one's pretty basic. Just get her centered up and straightened out, and it'll be fine there. So this is looking pretty good. Basically, we just got the hood one left, so we'll throw that guy in the water and pull it out, and hopefully it flattens down on that hood, and then we'll be able to hit it with a little clear coat and get those decals all locked in on there. So, and protect it and make it nice and glossy, shiny. And basically, since this car was already in good shape, I didn't have to do really nothing to the chassis. I did clean it up, but it was already in good shape. But I just try, since I was going to try to make this car look new, I polished it up just a little bit and tried to clean it up just a little bit. The black walls were actually already in good shape, so I didn't have to do much with the wheels and tires. I wanted this thing to look as original as possible. Being as though this was, from what I saw, was somewhat of a rare variation of this car, so I wanted it to look as basically as nice and as stock factory as possible. So that's what we did. That's what we did. That was the goal. So just about got these stickers stuck on here. One with the hood, it is bigger, and there is some ridges and stuff on the hood, so that takes a little bit of flattening and squeegeeing, but it'll work out. So here's a look at our glass. I didn't really have to do much to that. It kind of cleaned it up with some soap and water. I did polish it up and stuck it in the floor pledge, and it's really shiny now. So you can see our chassis here is looking pretty shiny after its cleanup. And I did change my mind and go with some redline wheels. After double checking the dang picture I was looking at, it was a redline car, and it wasn't a Blackwall car. So I did misspeak there. But made it a redline. But this is a kind of look at what we started with here, the Blackwall version of the Z-Whiz, and this was our finished product. From what I saw on the internet, a rare looking Hot Wheels redline Datsun Z-Whiz in white with the red and yellow tampos on there. So I think it turned out pretty good. Even if it's not a rare car or whatever, it's still a cool looking car. So it'll look good in the case. That was kind of the only goal here, is just to, if I see a rare car or something, we'll just try to replicate it or duplicate it, and I think this one turned out pretty good. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching another restoration, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hopefully the thumbs up, and leave me a comment if you feel the need to do that too. And check out the other customs I got going on and the races I got going on, and any feedback is always welcome. And that's it for this short video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks again. See ya.